Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video, we're going to begin by talking about the promo code which was given out in the Christmas video on the official AFK journey video channel. This is the code. You're going to get 10 invite letters for it. It is 7JXNCY9GCZ. I'll have it in the description of the video as well. Okay. Now what we need to talk about is the Titan Reaver. So there is an overall top performing team in the Titan Reaver. I'm going to show you guys that first of all. However, after that we'll do free-to-play team testing with all of the free-to-play hero options. In order to get all of the rewards from this Titan Reaver, you have to get up to 630 million damage. And if you just want to get, for example, all of the diamonds and Branko essence, you just have to get up to 360 million damage. So that is, doable, 360 million damage, even for a free-to-play or early game account. But we're going to aim even to go for the 630 million. Okay, here is the team number 1, which is actually not too pay to win. If you have these heroes built up, you're going to be able to get a really good score with team number 1 with the frontline spell. For team number 2, we have, this is the more pay to win team because it's using TALENE. You could run TALENE even if she is only 1 copy. She's going to be boosted up to mythic level and it can be good as well. Now, actually, this team number 2 is not the recommended one. The recommended one is with Coco, so I'm going to run that first of all. But people were telling me, some people said they had better results with Odie. So it's up to you which one you want to try. And as for all of the charms on the heroes, guys, we have arcane charms onto Mikola. Rainier has the mystic charms, but they don't really matter. You just want to get a magic charm set onto him. Elsa has these ones, mystic, although for her overloaded would probably be the best option. Sonya has the arcane charms and Lily May has the sorcery charms. For team number 2, we have Coco on the sturdy charms. Freesto is on the vigorous charms, I think it is. I don't think it really matters. Blast charms onto TALENE, and Shakira is going to be on the mystic charms, and then finally we have Smokey on the recovering charms. Those are the charms for the pay to win team. Either way, for team number 2, you're going to have to manual cast TALENE's ultimate at the perfect time so she doesn't get knocked up repeatedly by the boss. And I've never tried this before, so we're going to give it a try, but it is difficult, the timing. And so we're going to try to see exactly when you have to do it. It's kind of like you have to do it before the boss flies up. Anyway, we'll try to figure it out. The team number 1 is really interesting. You have all of your hard-hitting damage dealers in the enemy territory. They're going to get the damage boost from the frontline spell. So Elsa, Lily May, and Sonya are all going to be hitting really hard. And Sonya will be buffing up both of them, Elsa and Lily May, who are already dealing high damage. Mikola keeps getting knocked back by the boss's attack, but that's actually probably the best for you. It is better for her to keep getting interrupted than your other damage dealer heroes. And also because Mikola, her Curse Sphere is going to be permanent if you have her at Supreme Plus. So even if she's getting knocked all around the place, she's still providing the haste buff for your allies. And of course, you're getting the attack buff from the On Arena. So this first team has gotten up to even 650 million damage for some people. Maybe even 700, I'm not sure. But it has really, this first team has the potential of completing all of your score requirement in just the first team pretty much. Because you only need to get to 630 million to get all of the rewards. And this is actually going to be the final Titan Reaver. There's not going to be another one after this. And so this is all we get. But I have enjoyed them because of all of the rewards you get. Mainly the essences for crafting. First we were getting, I think we were always getting a lot of Branko essence, right? And those are really limited. And I kind of want them to do some crafting change in the future. I'll talk about it a bit later. So here we're going to put TALENE onto manual by clicking her cog. And now I need to figure out exactly when do I want to cast. You want to cast when some tile is kind of lit up. This is what people were saying to me. I think right now it's not it. And right now it's also not it. I think maybe when, okay, he knocked us up one time. I think we wait until he's about to jump up or something. When there's okay, we might have to wait for him to knock up my team one more time. Okay, not lit up. Is it right here? He's flying up, right? I think maybe I'm too late. I might be too late, but I'm trying right now. you want TALENE to end up in this front tile position, but, and maybe people were saying before he flies up, okay, it looks like it's kind of working. Maybe I was a bit delayed, but okay, it's working. So in this position, basically, she's exactly in the perfect position on top of the Crystal Beetle that he will not be able to knock her up. And she's going to get the permanent duration of her ultimate. And now look at the damage that is coming out here. It's crazy. You cannot get this any other way. And that is why this team is so insane. You can run it even without having TALENE built up. Like even one copy, she's boosted up to Mythic here. And she would do pretty well. And then maybe you have the other heroes here as well. Okay, so the top score I've seen for today is like 13.5, maybe 14 million damage in total. Wait, not, is it million? No, 1.4 billion damage, I guess, would be, yeah, 1,400 million. Okay, so this was not bad. 1387 million is actually a really good score. I'm really impressed by that on our first attempt. Look at the TALENE damage. TALENE did practically everything. Feresto is kind of there just to be bodies for the Shakira attack buff, to increase the amount of attack buff he provides, and TALENE was all of your damage. But even if she was Mythic, I think this could work, but you have to do the timing strategy, like exactly where we were doing it here. And for the team number 1, Lily May did the most damage, but Sonya and Elsa did a lot as well. Okay, so that is going to be, in total, 1.4 almost billion damage. And does it not share? Okay, we're 99.97% of all players. Now we're going to try fully free-to-play teams if you don't have these heroes. But even if you have, like these heroes, like, for example, this first team, I think is quite runnable, especially if you recruited for Sonya. But let's say you don't have that. Okay, guys, I came up with a free-to-play type team option that we're going to be trying right now. This is going to be team number 1, and you can run it even if your Elsa is not built up. Even if she's one copy, she's boosted up to Mythic, and I think she would be. I think she's really important for this boss because she's going to reduce the fury of Orson, which is really needed. And in the team number 2, we have mainly Odie with the resonating spell as a damage carry with Rainier. If you don't have Rainier at Mythic Plus, you can replace him for another hero here. It doesn't really matter. But it was, I kind of just wanted Odie up in the front to be buffed up along with the Shakira, because otherwise Shakira's buffs would not be reaching the Odie. So that was my team idea. As for the charms on the free-to-play team, we have Thorin with the Bear Charms, Elsa is going to be with the Mystic Charms, Lily May on the Sorcery Charms, Coco on the Sturdy Charms, Arcane Charms onto Mikola. And for team number 2, we have Shakira on the Mystic Charms, Rainier on the Mystic Charms, but again, doesn't really matter. Just want the quality bonus on him. Odie on the Gale Charms, Corrin on a Rainbow set, and then finally Smokey on the Recovering Charms. Okay, let's see how it does. Hopefully it can get, like, on this account, I would want it to get 800 to 900 million in order for it to actually be a good option for other players on their accounts. So here's kind of the issue with the Lily May position. I want her to end up in the front line, but she is not in the front line from this position. We might have to try a different positioning. Okay, I'm going to retry this, because every little bit will count. I'm thinking, what if we did like, okay, let's try like this, and see where Lily May ends up. Over here, okay, perfect. She's going to walk up to the right, and now she's in a perfect position. This is what we want. Basically, you want to have Lily May and Elsa all in the front line, because then they're getting the damage boost from the frontline spell, and that is perfect. So, I mean, Mikola is not in a great position. She's not really buffing up my key allies, which are Lily May. And, okay, do we want to retry the positioning one more time? We'll retry it one more time. Have Mikola off to the other side. Yeah, because every little bit can make a difference. Yeah, now it's perfect. Walk to the right, Lily May. Good. Okay, now we're talking. This is the perfect positioning. And Thorin here, he provides a good debuff, causing the boss to take more damage. Elsa will keep removing the fury from the boss. And everyone is in the perfect position. Okay, I really like this team. Coco is not really providing anything. She's just being the third mauler for the faction bonus, kind of. We don't need the damage reduction or anything like that. Most likely you guys won't need it as well. But yeah. If you have another mauler here you want to try rather than Coco, you could give it a try. Okay, so the major difference between this team and the team we did, the pay-to-win team before this, is that pay-to-win team had Rainier, and that boosted your damage dealt by a lot. And it also had Sonya. Sonya dealt a lot of damage, and she boosted the attack of your other allies. But this team is not looking bad either. Not a bad, like, it doesn't seem a bad option. And on team number 1, we're probably going to get 350 or 400 million, which means like on a lower level of investment account, hopefully you guys can get like 300 or 250 million. And like we mentioned, to get all the rewards, you have to get 630 million. Those are all of the major rewards. Yeah, and yeah, I think you'll get a similar score on this team number 1 as long as your Lily May is built up. She's the major damage source. I don't think Elsa is actually dealing that much damage here. It's mainly all Lily May, but the positioning of this team is pretty good. Okay, we can take a look at the damage chart at the end. That is going to be 370 million, but of course a high level of investment. Now this team I'm really interested in. You could try it, you know, even if your Rainier is not at Mythic Plus. Because it's going to put Odie to the front, and that is going to allow him to be buffed up by the Shakira's aura, which is really important. And yeah, I think this should be good. Because the thing about the Crystal Beetle is like your magic damage dealers, they recover energy faster, they deal bonus damage, and so that's why I wanted Odie to be my prime, like my major carrier, like carry of the team, with the resonating spell. And yeah, you could try this without Rainier at Mythic Plus. Or you could even put Rainier Mythic Plus in the first team, because we've seen that that does pretty well, and then the second team you could just pass on it. But then like the Odie will not be able to get buffed up by the Shakira, which would be kind of sad. Okay, so this team is not doing too badly. But like basically you cannot compare it to TALENE. TALENE is going to dominate, and so if you guys have the heroes that we showed in the pay to win team, you can just run it with a lower level of ascension, and you should still be able to get the maximum rewards from these runs. We're also going to get the maximum rewards from this account, but this account of course has a really high level of investment. So with these specific teams, they might not be enough for you to actually get all of the rewards, but you can get most of them with this. We got 771 million. You only have to get 630 million to get all of the major rewards. When we take a look at the damage, Elsa hardly contributed anything. It was all Lily May. So like even if you didn't have, if Elsa was only mythic, she still is doing her job of reducing combat fury of the boss. But basically, Coco did nothing. It would be way better to have Rainier instead of the Coco there, for example. And in team number 2, yeah, Odie did all of the work. Corrin hardly did anything. Maybe there's an upgrade for him. And Smokey was in a position that his blue aura doesn't reach the boss, but it doesn't matter because in the Titan Reaver, basically your HP per second damage is hardly anything, so Smokey doesn't hardly contributes any damage even if he does hit. So anyway guys, hopefully this gives you a good idea of teams you can run to try and get all of the rewards for the Orson boss and Crystal Beetle. You guys can share any other teams you're running in the comment section. Maybe it can help other people out. And if we just take a look through some of the formations here, a lot of them are going to be using Sonya and TALENE. So if you have Sonya, then that is going to be really good for you. Basically, Sonya does really well in this Titan Reaver because her damage is good and she boosts your major damage dealers, and so that is a good option. Okay, this is another TALENE team that ended up doing really well. And then we have another, okay, this is kind of just copying that team formation, but that also managed to get a high enough score, and then I think everyone's copying that team formation. Okay guys, but thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then everyone, peace out for now and good luck finishing and getting all the rewards for the final Titan Reaver.